Okay, welcome back, Minneapolis junior, senior high school fans, to the gym at Bennington, Kansas, as we continue round one of the Tri-County Classic. The Minneapolis girls just were beaten by a score of 36-18 by the Lady Dogs. And the Minneapolis boys are ready to see what we can do, they can do against the host Bulldogs here this evening on December 10th, 2019. Bennington last Friday beat Center by 11 points by a score of 48-37. That is, again, a school that's about 15 miles south of Harrington, from what I'm told. And Minneapolis beat Russell by a score of 88-71 out of Russell to open the NCAA league play. And by the way, Mike, that 88 points, that's the first time the men's program has scored 80 or above since 2010. So it was almost shock.
9 years ago.
Yeah.
You would think with the incorporation of the three-point arc that you would get to 75, 80 points quite often.
Well, two things. We haven't had a ton of three-point shooters for several years. Plus, number two, the institution of the running clock after it gets to a 30-point spread in the fourth quarter. That kind of takes away a little bit of that, but there was no running clock at Russell because both squads, it was about a 20-point separation most of the way. So, and both teams were just scoring right along at a clip. Leading scorers last Friday night for Bennington, number 12, Tyler Stanley with 17 points, and number 2, Javen Allen with 12. And I believe that Caden Griffin led Minneapolis with something like 20 points. This is the 57th game overall in the series, dating back to 1908, back before either Mike or I were alive. Minneapolis leads at 34-22. Minneapolis won last year, 2018, by 11, 56-45. But Bennington has won 3 of the last 4 games. Here at Bennington, Minneapolis leads. There is 7 wins with 10 losses. So this will be interesting to see if hopefully the guys won't have the same cold shooting that the girls did tonight. We don't need any of that. One thing I saw, Mike, and you saw a little bit of the game, you tell me, on live on CityLinkTV.com last Friday, was just a lot of speed, a lot of hustle, a lot of defense. Plus, that's the people getting the ball in the hole when they shot, and that always helps tremendously.
Up and down the floor. Looked like we had a plenty deep enough team to do that running game, that transition game.
Mm-hmm.
You better have a lot of bodies if you're going to run like that. We do.
And we did play a lot, and one of our bodies still is not going to be out there this semester, Tyler Meckel. Still nursing a thumb from breaking that in football. The second year in a row he's done that. And he'll be back with us in January if everything goes according to plan. The Lions take on Bennington tonight here in Bennington. Thursday night we host El Saline for the second round of the Tri-County Classic. And then Friday we will be at Kansas Wesleyan Mabee Arena taking on the Halstead Dragons. Mike, I don't know, we haven't discussed this. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but our sub-state is out.
I didn't look. I saw it was, but I didn't go look.
Minneapolis, Beloit, Russell from the NCAA. Hoisington, Thomas More Prep, Phillipsburg, and Norton. the evil Grinch tried to steal Christmas from us.
They did. It's over pretty good.
Kansas Basketball Coaches Association rankings are out. On the girls' side in Class 3A, Halstead that will face Friday is number 6, and they have a very good post player that's a senior this year. You remember her or not? But quite good. And on the boys' side in 3A, Beloit is second ranked despite losing 5 seniors off their second place state tournament team last year. And TMP out of Hayes is 7th ranked. In 2A, Sacred Heart comes into the season 10th ranked. I don't know if they'll stay there very long or not, but we shall see. I think that's based on reputation as much as anything.
Right.
I think they've lost an awful lot. Well, it seems like a long time since last Friday night, even though it's just been 5 days now. But I've been anxious to see these guys play again. They were pretty exciting Friday at Russell. I think we had one player foul out that night. That was Jonah Osherman. Spencer Davidson continued very good post play, continued to develop his moves in the post. Of course, Caden Griffin was our leading scorer. He's caused lots of havoc out there, both defensively and offensively.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Bennington High School. We especially want to welcome our friends from Minneapolis as their Lions take on
Minneapolis coached by John Darrow.
Bulldogs.
Josh Lott and Tim, what's his name?
Extra steps this season to
Tim Niles.
Niles, yeah.
Both on the playing court as well as in the spectator seats. So with this in mind, I just want to encourage you to show appreciation and respect to these officials who take time away from their families to invest in our student athletes. Without them, our contests this evening could not take place. So please join in a round of applause for our officials this evening. We want to thank you. Tonight, the sponsors for the games are Chick-fil-A and Pampered Chef Lori Goldbeck. Now let's go through the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting with the Minneapolis.
For Minneapolis in their traveling blues. 6'2" senior, that's Caden Griffin. For Bennington, number 2, Javon Allen, 6' senior. For Minneapolis, number 3, that's Jonah Osherman. 6'2" and a senior. And for Bennington, number 3, Gunnar Brummett, 5'6" senior. For Minneapolis, number 22, that's Daniel Watson. And for Bennington, number 12, Skylar Stanley. For Minneapolis, number 23, that's Nolan White. He's 6'2". And for Bennington, number 23, Duke Hilbert. For Minneapolis in the middle, center Davidson. And for the Bulldogs, number 25, Caden Bauer. He's 6'3", and a sophomore.
Minneapolis is coached by John Darrow. His assistants are Josh Lott and Tim Niles.
And we will get a national anthem.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you please stand, gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America in the playing of our national anthem.
All right. In-county rival, Minneapolis and Bennington getting ready to tip it off here. Girls just got done. Bennington girls beat Minneapolis 36-18. And Minneapolis on the floor now. We'll see if we can keep the momentum going from Russellsdale.
We need to.
Jonah Osherman and Allen for Benton will jump center. And the tip is controlled by Minneapolis. Davidson off to Griffin. Watson from the corner. Three-pointer, that's good. That is a good start. Stanley with the ball, brings it up court, guarded by Griffin. 3-0 Minneapolis on Watson's shot from the outside. Stanley looks inside. Ooh, almost. Watson close to the interception. Allen all the way to the rack. Shot no good. White. Layup good on the other end. I thought he might pound it down, Dale.
Give him a chance, he will. Tie up.
Watson with the quick hands.
Possession arrow. Bennington.
Alternate possession. Bennington will play it in. Free throw line extended. Hilbert gets it into Stanley. Stanley got it, guarded by Osherman. Stanley double pumps into the lane he goes. Follow up, no good, and Griffin comes out of there with a rebound for Minneapolis. Terrible pass as Bennington had that covered. Now the double team. Osherman and Davidson down low. Stanley picks up his dribble. What a good half-court pressure. Davidson, they're counting it off.
Almost palmed the ball there. But
almost 5 seconds. Good defense by Minneapolis. Watson has that tip ball. Now Griffin. He's going all the way in. And Osherman right there for the pickup as Griffin tried to bounce it off the defender. And Jonah Osherman right there for the stick back. And Allen all the way to the basket for the layup for Bennington. White, three-pointer on its way, no good. And Allen has the rebound on the backside for Bennington. Gets it off to Stanley. Boy, Watson just a little bit late, and an air ball thrown up by McDowell. And we turn it over. Shot blocked. Clean block by White. Now Minneapolis with 3-on-3. Osherman all the way in. That's not a good call because he was not set, and Jonah was going to the basket. That's the blocking foul all day long. But it doesn't go our way, and Jonah Osherman's whistled with the player control foul.
Derek Friel's in for the Lions.
Excuse me, no foul at all, just a turnover. I thought maybe they got Jonah for the player control foul. Stanley all the way to the basket with the right hand, and the basket up and in. Bank shot.
Ties the score at 7.
John Nelson entered the contest. Nolan White, jump shot, good. Dylan Pischel in the contest as well.
7-0 run for the Dogs. Minneapolis had a 7-0 run to open the game.
And Derek Creel. Nice steal by Derek Creel. Outside shot, no good by Nelson. Turnaround jump shot, good by White on the baseline. And Nolan White's put on about 15 pounds of muscle and has grown about an inch and a half. Stanley, jump shot short. Loose ball picked up by Pischel. Oh, I don't know where they're throwing that. And we've got a 2-shot foul coming.
Broncos against the Bulldogs, number 2, Javon Allen, his first.
John Nelson to the free throw line. It's a 2-shot foul.
John Nelson.
11-7 Minneapolis. 3:41 left first quarter. Nelson free throw up and good.
Entering the game for Bennington, number 20.
Jonah Osterman back in the contest.
Number 3, Jonah Osterman.
Second throw, no good. Stanley with the board. Friel. Ball tipped out there nicely by Derek Friel. Stanley is tired. Hands on hip and Griffin back in the contest. Stanley three-pointer is blocked. And the run out. Oh. Pass was there. Jonah hit him full stride and went right through the hands and out of bounds. 12-7. Looked like an easy one coming. Good defense. Friel with the quick hands. Stanley in the backcourt. Now they have an easy one. White from the outside. It's short. Jonah fighting hard for that rebound. Finally it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Minneapolis.
Entering the game for Bennington. Number 3, Gunnar Brummett.
Brummett back in for Bennington. Friel will play it in for Minneapolis under our own basket. Oshman gets all the way to the basket. Ball rolls off the rim, no good. Stanley gets all the way to the basket, and the reach-in foul is whistled on White. Nolan's first. Stanley to the free throw line. He'll have a 2-shot foul here. Free throw up and no good. Front round.
Entering the game for Minneapolis, number 30, Spencer Davidson.
Daniel Watson's back in the game, too.
Stanley's second throw up and no good. Davidson with the rebound gets it off to Friel. Back to Davidson. Three-pointer on its way. Good. Free ball. Mike Spencer hammers it down from the top of the circle. 15-9 Minneapolis. Javon White with the ball off to Brummett.
Jonah Oshman with the tripping foul.
Foul goes against Minneapolis, number 3, Jonah Oshman.
Jonah whistled with his first personal foul. Allen to play it in.
With Lucas.
switching defense. I don't think you want Watson on you.
No, I wouldn't.
He can play some defense. Stanley to play it into Brummett. Back to Stanley. That ball tipped out there by Friel. Brummett, shot no good, and Usherman skies for the rebound from Minneapolis off the Friel. In the lane he goes, gets it off Davidson, shot, no good. Watson fighting for that rebound.
Possession error to the Lions. 1:56 to go here in the first. It's Minneapolis 15-9.
Watson to play it in on the alternate possession rule. Facial short, way short. And Davidson plucks that rebound out of there. Now Griffin, three-pointer, no good, back rim. Now we had 3 chances at it. Stanley, no good. Big rebound there by Caden Griffin. Watson all alone, short. Oh, Davidson all the way to the glass is fouled and can't get it to drop. 2-shot foul coming.
Foul goes against Bulldogs, number 25, Caden Bauer, his first on the line, number 30, Spencer Davidson.
Caden Bauer whistled with the foul, and Spencer rolls it in.
Number 12, John Nelson. Number 23, Nolan White. The Bulldogs, Grant Swearingen, Duke Gilbert.
Spencer's second throw on its way up and no good. Ball tipped out there by White. Full court pressure by Minneapolis. Double dribble, no call. Two on two, Griffin pulls up, sweet. Nice steal down there by John Nelson, but stepped out of bounds. Good defense.
18-9 Minneapolis, the 1:02 to go in the first.
Allen to play it in. Picked up his dribble in the backcourt. Now Watson.
The reach-in foul.
Nickel dimer. Must have grabbed him. Held him. That's Watson's first personal foul. Friel back in.
Each squad with 2 fouls now. Nope, Minneapolis with 3.
The Bulldogs, number 12, Tyler Stanley.
53 seconds to go in the quarter.
Stanley got a quick breather. He's back in. Oh! Friel misses a layup after the steal. Good defense.
For Minneapolis, number 1, Caden Griffin.
Stanley to play it in. Gets it into Brummett. Back to Stanley. They're going to play for 1. And we step right in the passing lane and we throw it away. Good grief. That's good defense on the other end, that's for sure.
25 seconds.
Good tight defense by Minneapolis. Nelson, 5-second call. Tightly guarded. Good call. Thought we might have had that earlier, but men in the stripes had that one. all the way. 13 seconds. Back to Davidson. Turns and shoots. Good. 20-9. Stanley tried to get to the ball, but Friel was already there. Beautiful play by Friel. It will be played in by Minneapolis with 0.2 seconds. Be a catch and shoot. No. Why he blew the whistle, because that would have counted in my book.
Didn't go in anyway.
No. 20-9, Minneapolis leading. Nice first quarter by Minneapolis. Put 20 on the board.
That's it from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
The Minneapolis and Bennington Central Valley Ag provides 24-hour pump services and built-in discounts by using the CVA Chemical. We also support ag operations by providing bulk delivery of lubricants, fuel, and propane. Contact Carl Serene at 785-392-3031 for your ag energy needs. Go MHS Lions. Hometown Outdoor Power with locations in Minneapolis, Salina, and McPherson has been serving Central Kansas for over 20 years and is the largest power equipment dealer in the area. We strive to be the one-stop shop for all your power equipment needs. We provide full sales, service, and parts supply for your home, ag, or commercial contractor power equipment needs.
Well, Mike, that first quarter was a game of streaks. We opened a 7-0 run. They scored 7 on us to tie it, and in the last few minutes we had an 8-0 run to take this lead.
Good first quarter from Minneapolis. Puts 20 on the board against Bennington. And the ball is tipped, picked up by Pishol. Chops and shoots, no good. Allen tips the ball out of there. Good defense by Osherman. Good overplay. Minneapolis stingy on defense here in the early going.
Entering the game for Bennington, number 20, Brower Joka.
Kobe Rice in the game. Griffin back to Pishol. Shot no good. Derek Pishol has picked up a couple loose balls, tipped a few more around. Griffin shot no good. And there's Bennington is there to clear the board. Allen from it. Back to Stanley. Had an open look. Now the baseline shot rims off. And he's going to have a couple shots coming here.
Kobe Rice with the foul.
Nope. Fishel with his first personal foul.
Thought they said 25.
They play it in. Not a shooting foul.
Foul from behind on Griffin.
This will be a two-shot foul. And it wasn't even on Griffin.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it's called on Friel. His first. Free throw up and good by Stanley.
Entering the game for Minneapolis, number 30, Spencer Davidson. On the line, number 12, Tyler Stanley.
Second throw on its way. Missed it.
And there's foul on Bennington.
Reach-in foul. Whistle on Bauer.
Fouls called against the Bulldogs.
That's the fourth team foul on Bennington. Bauer's second. Davidson plays it in. 6:59 just underway here in the second quarter. Rice picked up his dribble, gets it off to Davidson. Back to Rice, three-pointer on its way. No good. Griffin had it. Now Usherman back to White. Jump shot. Good. Oh.
There's an injured player on the floor for Bennington.
Got a bloody nose, I think. Take a towel with you, Coach.
And some cleanup materials.
I think it's just a bloody nose, but you know, some of those guys bleed pretty easy. That's Brummett. Caught one. Well, we'll be stopped here for a little while, Dale, for the cleanup crew to take the carnage off the floor, and we'll hear a few more of our sponsors.
The Bennington State Bank wants to be your hometown bank. With locations in Minneapolis, Bennington, and Salina, they strive to provide hometown relationship banking. We provide both consumer and commercial banking service, along with trust and wealth management. Contact us today for all your financial service needs. Go Lions! We're with you all the way. The Messenger Clothing Company, with locations in Minneapolis and Salina, can design custom clothing for your team, business, group, or event with screen printing and embroidery. We feature online design and ordering for your convenience. Contact us at 785-823-7752 or by email at sales@messengerclothingcompany.com for all your custom clothing printing needs today. Go Minneapolis Lions! The Citizen State Bank and Trust, with locations in Minneapolis and Belfast, proudly support the Minneapolis High School Lions. Contact either Owen Kimball or Jared Schmidt for all your banking needs, be it home, personal, business, or trust services. We feature online banking, checking and savings accounts, loans, IRAs, and certificates of deposit to help fulfill your hometown banking need. When it's go time, your local Pioneer team is with you from the word go every step of the way. With high-performing Pioneer brand products and local insights, they'll help you choose a lineup of products tailored to your fields and proven just down the road. See Sheldon Doherty at River Hill C about those Pioneer brand products. And go Lions!
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lion backers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
The Lions of Minneapolis High School are proudly supported by the Davidson Agency, with offices in Belfast, Minneapolis, and Bennington. As a nationwide insurance agent and also an independent agent, they have provided hometown service for the insurance needs of their customers for over 30 years for home, small business, farm and crop, life and health coverage. Call them today at 785-523-4202.
Looked like he might have caught an elbow down there fighting for the rebound when he came out of there. It just inadvertent got an elbow or
spillage all over the floor. 2 or 3 locations, looks like. One of the referees kind of indicated above his eye, kind of pointed above his eye.
They did remember it's Minneapolis possession, and we'll play it in under their basket.
6:20 to go in the second quarter.
Bennington falls back into a 2-3 zone. Colby Rice, left wing, White out on top. White, left wing, shot, good. 3-point shot by Nolan White. Got a nice stroke tonight, doesn't he?
It's his second one of those tonight, I think.
Stanley clears the timeline as we double team him at half court. Griffin. Good defense by Rice. time. Ellen White will send Stanley to the charity stripe for a 2-shot foul.
6th team foul for Minneapolis, 4 on
first free throw up, no good.
The Bulldogs.
Entering the game for Minneapolis, number 22, Daniel Watson, and number 10, Derek Friel.
Tyler Stanley, 6-foot senior. Second throw on its way, front rim, no good. Spencer Davidson closes down the free throw line, back to Griffin, layup, good. Nice pass from Davidson, gets it right back to Griffin, and the layup.
Got the bucket.
Davidson with the block. They're going to count that basket. And Stanley's going to get the and one here.
Davidson's first.
Free throw up, way short. And the good hands by Derek Friel. Oh, we throw it away again. And we throw it away again. Shot on its way, no good. Allen with the rebound. And Bauer with the stick back, and he is fouled.
2 offensive boards for the Bulldogs there.
With the reach in. Bauer will get a 2-shot foul here. Free throw, way short.
Timeout by the Dogs here.
Full timeout taken by Bennington. Minneapolis leading 27-12. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments. Tonight's game brought to you by C&R Plating in Minneapolis. Kevin Klein and the rest of the crew at C&R Plating, proud to support the youth of Minneapolis and all they do.
Hometown Hardware, we proud to support our Minneapolis Lions. Visit us for all your home, farm, or business project needs. As your True Value Hardware dealer, and Just Ask Rental dealer, we locally provide the brands and selections that you need for your project. And don't forget the ice cream. The American Family Insurance Agent Scott Austin for all your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Austin Agency with locations in Minneapolis and Belleville, proudly supporting the Minneapolis High School Lions.
Second shot coming here for Stanley after that timeout. 5:04 left second quarter in a slow-moving second quarter. It's Bauer at the free throw line. Free throw up and good. He got the second one. Watson. Griffin and Friel. Davidson. Nolan White with the ball. Zone defense. We'll have to overload it and find or else shoot over the top.
An open shooter like that.
Derek Friel with a three-pointer. There's another steal by Derek Friel. Griffin pulls up and shoots. Now Allen. Well, they got Davidson with a foul running down the court. Goodness.
By Spencer some time on the pine there.
His second?
Yep.
Number 15, Dylan Fischel. Number 25, Colby Rice.
Colby Rice and Fischel back in. Dylan Fischel. Allen at the free throw line. Free throw up and good. It's a 1-and-1. He got them both. Watson threw it away, and Griffin rescued that one. Oh, yeah. Good shot by Griffin. He goes in. He drove the baseline, got up in the air. All he could do is scoop it up and in. Nice pass from Stanley off the power.
Timeout, Minneapolis.
Time for some coaching on defense.
A little bit of defense. Somebody didn't get back, and they got the layup. And Coach Darrow called a quick 30-second timeout to do a little coaching.
We'll keep it here. Minneapolis leading 32-17 with 3:45 remaining here in the second quarter. So far, 10 turnovers on the Bulldogs, 5 on Minneapolis.
After that 30-second timeout, Minneapolis plays it in. Bennington switches up their defense. They've gone man-to-man now. Nice pass by Oshman.
Nice high-low there.
And Griffin with good footwork. Down low, puts it up off the glass and in.
Griffin called with the pass on the thievery there.
A little bit too much of the body. I'll have to agree with that call. I haven't agreed with many, but
Griffin is first.
First personal, 10th team foul, double bonus here
23, Duke Hilbert.
for the Bulldogs.
Hilbert, free throw up and good. As Dale mentioned, double bonus, so second throw up, and he banked that one in.
They count.
34-19. We throw it away again. Griffin controls the board on the defensive end. Three-pointer on its way. No good. Tipped around. And Osherman comes out with it. Griffin. Shot no good. Over the rim. Look at Watson work on defense, Dale. Uh-oh.
We had two guys run into each other and left Bennington open for a deuce.
Way open. Little reverse layup by Watson. He goes up and in. There he goes again.
And Watson's got a foul.
He had to hurry to get there. Watson whistled with the foul.
Foul goes against Minneapolis, number 22, Daniel Watson. On the line, number 23.
Second.
Hilbert.
2:04 remaining in the half.
Hilbert back to the charity stripe. Two-shot foul here. First one no good. Back rim.
Entering the game for Minneapolis, number 40, Brody Vance.
Brody Vance. Second throw is up and good. Griffin brings the ball up. 2 minutes left in this first half. Official. Griffin shot
Push off on Vance, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Be a double bonus at the other end.
Brody Vance is first. On the line for Bennington, number 2, Javon Allen.
Allen will shoot 2. Minneapolis way over the limit. First throw up and good. (36-23). That one's in and out. Osherman with the big board. Rice gets his own rebound on the backside.
Blake trapped him, but fouled him.
And pushed him out of bounds.
15th foul on the Bulldogs.
It's the 15th foul. Minneapolis to play it in. Free throw line extended. Rice to play it in for Minneapolis.
1:34 to go in the quarter.
Facial has it. Vance off to Osherman. Motion offense. We're going to run some clock. Kel Griffin gets it. Block. Woo! Picks it up underneath, and it's up and in. Nice play by Jonah. Brody Vance ties him up and almost rolls him over out of bounds. That would be a turnover to Bennington on a good defensive play by Brody Vance.
Official's got a bloody nose, looks like.
Well, that evened it up.
1:06 to go in the half.
Chase Claus. Everyone got in first half here. Vance with the ball. Osherman out on top. Griffin looks at a three.
Offensive foul on Minneapolis.
Another stupid foul. Under a minute, finally here in the first half.
Foul was on Rice.
It's on Chase Claus.
Oh, okay.
Number 2. Yeah, that goes off the knee of Hilbert. Kobe Rice gets it off to now Osherman dribbles around. Griffin all alone. Shot. Good. Three-pointer. Vance started that. That layup goes in as Griffin kicks Stanley's pocket. Long shot on its way, no good. And on the backside, Hilbert tried to tip it in, but no avail. Nice little run there at the end. Close out the first half. Minneapolis leading 43-23. On a big first half for Minneapolis. We might get to that 85-point mark again here today, Dale.
You just might.
Scott Osherman will have some stats for you here in a minute. Minneapolis leading the Dogs over here in Bennington 43-23. We'll hear from a few of our sponsors and from Scott here in just a minute.
Here are several of our community sponsors.
These live video broadcasts are sponsored in part by Chuck's Collusion.
It's not what I wanted.
The Breathless Cooperative Association, Steve Line Manager. The Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern. Farm Bureau Financial Services with Matt Pitbull. The Heat Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. There's crop insurance with Greg Harris. Minneapolis Muffler and Pipe with John Blake. Sunflower Realty, Monty Miller. No Place Like Home Flip Shop with Fairly Russell. With Range Supply, Scott Mortimer. ProFab Metal Fabrication with Bill Little. Klein Oil Company of Belfast, Jim Klein. School of Grain Company, Rich Waltman, manager.
You ready to go, Scott?
Autotech with Dave Sweat and Gary Keating. B&M Body Shop, John Wright.
Welcome back to Bennington High School here at the halftime. Minneapolis has a lead by a score of 43-23 at the half. Myself, Scott Oshman, Mike Perry, Dale Leach here, as I got some stats here for the first half action. For the Bennington Bulldogs, scoring-wise for Bennington, Caden Bauer had 7 points. Duke Hilbert had 3 points. Tyler Stanley had 8 points. And Javon Allen has 5 points. They went to the free throw line 17 times, and they were 8 for 17 from the free throw line. For the Minneapolis Lions, scoring-wise, Derek Friel had 3 points. Jonah Oshman has 4 points. Daniel Watson has 5 points. John Nelson has 1 point. Spencer Davidson has 6 points. Nolan White with 11, and leading the way, all scorers, Caden Griffin with 13 points. We only went to the free throw line 4 times, and we were 2 for 4 from the free throw line. I did not keep track of stats. We had, turnovers or rebounds. Minneapolis led at the end of the first quarter by a score of 20-9. We outscored them in the second quarter, 23-14. Bennington had a nice little run there towards the end, and then about the last 30 seconds, Minneapolis had about a 6-0 run that gets us up to that 43 points. We outscored them in the second quarter, 23-14.
Rebound-wise, Minneapolis out-rebounds Bennington 26-14. Defensive boards, we had 15. Offensive, 11. Bennington had 10 defensive boards and 4 offensive boards. Turnovers, I had 13 on Bennington, 7 on Minneapolis. And as Scott said, we outscored them 23-14 in the second quarter. That quarter started out kind of slow and lethargic, but things turned on in the last 4 minutes or so.
It'll be interesting. One thing that we really don't have anybody. We've got 4 players with 2 fouls. Daniel Watson has 2, Spencer Davidson has 2, Nolan White has 2, and Derek Friel has 2. Bennington, on the other hand, they've only got 3 total fouls. Believe that. Caden Bauer with 2 fouls and Javon Allen with 1.
Well, they had 4 on the board.
Okay, so I must have missed one somewhere in there.
Yeah, but it's still pretty close.
Yeah. So, Minneapolis did a nice job of controlling it. They're just going to have to continue to come out and put the pressure on and continue to put the pressure. They've got the horses in the stables, so if they get somebody in foul trouble, they can set them. And you saw that Spencer Davidson set quite a while, Nolan White set quite a while, and Daniel Watson set quite a while. They had a few times where they broke down on that full court press where Bennington had wide open looks underneath the basket. You saw the next time they made an adjustment. I think you're going to have to, that's probably being talked at halftime, at different things, as they will continue to learn from this.
Pretty much on the same pace halftime tonight as we had against Russell on Friday, I think if I remember right, we had 50 points at halftime, something like that.
50-28 at halftime the other night. We were up by 22 points.
And tonight we're up by 20, 43-23. So a lot the same pace, scoring-wise and defensive-wise for Minneapolis from game 1 on Friday to game 2 here tonight. A lot of turnovers I would have liked to not seen happen, but they got to learn to slow down and pay attention to what they're doing more.
That's kind of this game. I think you're going to see as they get further along, they want to push the ball, Dale. That's one of the things I think you're going to see. And I think it's going to get better at them controlling that ball, catching it on the run. There was a number of plays that we could have had back that would have been wide open that we just didn't have a handle on the ball. I think you'll see some adjustments at the half, and I think you'll come out and see some intensity in the second half.
All right, well, thanks so much, Scott. And we have about a little over 3 minutes for the start of the second half. We'll hear some more about who our community sponsors are, and we'll be right back.
Designs with Sherry Bertrand.
And the winner of the Pampered Chef Master.
Scheidler with Terry Farrington. B&M Body Shop, John Wright. Klein Oil Company of Delphus, Jim Klein. The Delphus Cooperative Association, Steve Firstline, manager. Scheidler's with Terry Farrington. The Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern. There's Crop Insurance with Greg Harris. LaGrange Supply with Scott Mortimer. Designs with Sherry Bertrand. No Place Like Home Gift Shop with Carolee Austin. Profab Metal Fabrication with Bill Little. School of Grain Company, Rich Waltman, manager. Autotech with Dave Sweat and Jerry Keating. Anita's Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. Sunflower Realty, Mommy Nelson. Minneapolis Muffler Pipe with John Blake. Farm Bureau Financial Services with Matt Pickler. Anita's Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. Design with Sherry Bertrand. Autotech, Dave Sweat, and Jerry Keating. Fine Oil Company of Delphus, Jim Klein. Minneapolis Muffler Pipe with John Blake. Sunflower Realty, Mommy Nelson. B&M Body Shop.
No, I got beat.
Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern. Profab Metal Fabrication with Bill Little. No Place Like Home Gift Shop with Carolee Austin. LaGrange Supply, Scott Mortimer. Farm Bureau Financial Services with Matt Pickler. Scheidler with Terry Farrington. The Delphus Cooperative Association, Steve Firstline, manager. There's Crop Insurance with Greg Harris. School of Grain Company, Rich Waltman, manager.
All right, welcome back as we get ready to go here in the third quarter. Your Minneapolis Lions leading by 20 by the score 43-23.
Alternate possession. Bennington will play it in, and we're underway. Stanley with the ball, guarded by White. Allen gets it off to Brummett back in. Shot up and good. Brummett changes shirts. Watson, entry pass to Davidson, has a shot blocked by Bauer, and it goes out of bounds. Minneapolis will keep it. And Griffin will play it in. Jonas, the lob on the inbounds is no good. Now the backside, Griffin on a nice play by Davidson.
Oh, we must have had a steal there because
we did have a steal, and Stanley carried it on his hip, but it rolls off, and Davidson. And the reach-in foul on Allen. Davidson did a good job protecting the ball. We'll play it in front of our bench. Watson, play it in. Griffin clear out on top with it, guarded by Brummett. Watson left wing, back to Griffin. Man-to-man defense by Bennington. Now drop step by Davidson. Shot just rolled off the rim. As Spencer had the fender on his hip with that drop step and left hand, it just could not go in. Nice hands down low. Watson picks up the loose ball from Minneapolis, and we throw it away. And so do they. Now Davidson, 2-on-1. And it's up and in.
Timeout. Bennington.
I think Brummett's injury was up on his forehead, the way these got that hit thing on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought it was his nose, but it up on the forehead. Quick timeout taken by Bennington as Minneapolis starting to roll here in the second half, leading by 22. Is that a 30-second timeout, Dale, or a full?
Well, I thought it was 30, but the way it's going, well, yeah, here they come, so had to be 30.
Yep, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Minneapolis ball after Bennington's timeout.
Quick press for the Lions.
Stanley has it. They lose track of possessions so easily here. Stanley, he's shut down and the ball tipped away by Friel. And Griffin with the runner. Good shot.
Nice tip away by Friel.
Friel reminds me of the guy from up at Delphus, Jake Nelson, the Thievery, and another kid from Minneapolis used to... Crum.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was the thief.
Quick hands. Brandon Crum. Ball thrown out of bounds. It will be turned over to Minneapolis. 49-25.
Could bury the threes, and boy, could he steal that ball.
Pick you clean. Friel in the backcourt, walking the ball up.
And something on the court.
Skittles. She lost her Skittles.
Lost her cookies, lost her Skittles.
The yellow on those are my favorite. Stanley's going to get a breather here. We throw it in over the top. Griffin has it. Crossover dribble to Davidson. Left hand up and no good. Spencer's usually right on those. White steps in front of the defender. And Griffin is hammered as he goes up for the layup. It's going to be a 2-shot foul, I believe. Oh, she called it on the floor. We'll play it in under the basket. Griffin has it. Back to Friel. Baseline drive. Reverse layup. No good. And Jawan Allen has it for Bennington. Now Brummett in the lane. His shot no good. Davidson has it. Gets it off to Griffin. Ball tip picked up by Friel. Now a three-pointer by Davidson on its way. Back rim. No good. Allen has it. Whoa.
Excellent hustle there by Jonah Osherman. Didn't quite corral it.
That looked dangerous over there. 4:55 left, third quarter. Minneapolis leading 49-25. Brummett, spin move. He gets all the way to the basket, though, on a nice...
He's got a motor.
Down there by Bauer. Watson all the way in. It's good. I'm going to count that, too. Watson will get the and one.
Basket's good. Foul goes against the Bulldogs, number 5. Jawan Allen, his first.
Jawan Allen.
On the line, number 22, Daniel Watson, to shoot one. Entering the game from Bennington, Tyler Stanley.
Watson will get the and one here. Good.
Checking in for Minneapolis, number 12, John Nelson.
Griffin heads to the bench. He might be done for the evening.
Oh, surely not in the third quarter. Watson's going to be called for a foul.
Man, you better protect that ball if Watson is in front of you. He'll get a hold of it.
Third personal. First team foul of the half.
Brummett. No good. Air ball. Stanley with the push. As White went up for that rebound. That's his second. Minneapolis to play it in under the basket. Friel.
Entering the game for the Bulldogs, number 2, Jawan Allen. For the Lions, number 3, Jonah Osherman.
That Watson gets after it. White, jump shot, rimming off, no good. Osherman is fouled. Good call. Jonah gets a call down low on the offensive board. Young White again on the arm. Jonah will get a 2-shot foul here.
Second on the line, number 3, Jonah Osherman.
2-shot foul here. Free throw up. No good. Rimming off. He got the second one to drop. 52-27, Minneapolis.
Charging? Nope, blocking. Foul on Friel.
Friel whistled with the block.
Foul goes against Minneapolis, number 10, Derek Friel.
Must not have been set. That's his third. Brummett play it in for Bennington.
Nice intercept by
Davidson, right?
All right, Jonah.
Osherman finished it. Picks up the loose ball in midair and puts it right back up and in. What a play. And Jonah right back to the charity stripe will get the and one here. What a heck of a play by Jonah Osherman. Started on the other end by a nice defensive play by Spencer Davidson. Free throw up, good. And we call off the press. 56-27. Almost a 30-point bulge. Brummett gets it up and in. Now Nelson with the rebound. Griffin.
Jonah with a great offensive board, but must have stepped out of bounds.
Must have came down on the inbound line.
The referee was right there looking at it. So
56-27.
Jonah's going to foul on that shot.
Brummett takes it into the trees. He had much of a chance getting it up against 6'2 Usherman, but he tried it anyway and did draw the foul. It'll be a two-shot foul here for Brummett.
Second foul on Jonah.
Made a nice recovery after that. Head opened up on him.
Entering the game for Bennington, 20, Brown Jr. For the Lions, number 23, Nolan White.
I think he ought to stay with that headband. It kind of is becoming. Second throw on its way. It's up and no good. Stanley pulls down the offensive rebound. And Spencer Davidson jumps in front of that pass. Coast to coast. I would get out of his way, too. Allen with the ball. Brummett again tries to take it up, and he's fouled again. This time by White. Tries to get it up, but 6'2 against 5'6. 58-27. Minneapolis up 31. Free throw by Brummett crawls in.
He reminds me a little bit of MHS alum Corey Argenbright.
Corey Argenbright, huh?
Just his size and his fight.
He reminds me of the Baker kid.
Baker, yeah.
Free throw, no good. Spencer pulls down the rebound this time. Kobe Rice off to Nolan White. Way short on that turnaround shot by Spencer. Now they have numbers 3 on 2. Official off to Griffin.
Reaching foul on Stanley.
I was going to say, he's not afraid to shoot from there, and he headed for the baseline. Stanley made a nice defensive play.
Team 7 on the line, number 1, Caden Griffin.
58-28 with 2:05 remaining in the third.
7th team foul. It puts Minneapolis in the 1-and-1. Griffin to the charity stripe. He got the front end of the 1-and-1. Oshman back in. Official Griffin Rice. In and out on the second throw by Griffin. And Davidson in the contest for Minneapolis. Under 2 minutes left, third quarter. Official met him at the baseline. He wasn't about to get the shot off. And the foul is whistled on. Still official.
Second on the line, Tyler Stanley.
That sends Stanley to the charity stripe. Free throw up and good. Tyler Stanley. Like there's one more Stanley to go. Free throw up and good. He got them both. Man-to-man defense by Bennington. Rice has it. And he walked. Official walked with it.
.140 remaining in the third.
Allen with the ball on the left wing. Looks inside. Bauer sets the screen on Usherman.
Jonah picks up his third foul on that block.
Jonah was going to make sure he got the ball as well as any hand. He got it all.
Jonah Usherman is third on the line. Caden Bauer.
Bauer, two-shot foul. First throw, no good. Back rim. Second free throw up and good. 59-31. Official out on top. Now Davidson. All the way in. Banks it off the glass in the end.
Charge.
Oshman takes the charge as Allen up in the air, came down on top. Jonah, that's basket will not count, of course.
Entering the game for Minneapolis, number 12, John Nelson.
30-point lead. Got that one to go, and he is fouled.
Basket's good. Foul goes against Bulldogs.
Bauer.
Caden Bauer is third. Davidson to shoot one.
Nice move by Davidson. Free throw, no good, and Allen has the rebound for Bennington. We play defense, that's for sure. Nelson off to a Griffin. Reverse layup up and in. John Nelson with a nice pass to Griffin, and Griffin just took it to the other side of the rim.
Seconds.
Rice has the rebound, outlet pass to Fischel. Stops and pops, no good, back rim.
Third quarter ends. Your Lions leading by 34, 65-31. So we will have a running clock in the fourth quarter.
Rick Waltman, manager. Equal State Bank wants to be your hometown bank. With locations in Minneapolis, Bennington, and Salina, we strive to provide hometown relationship banking. We provide both consumer and commercial banking service along with trust and wealth management. Contact us today for all your financial service needs. Go Lions! We're with you all the way. See American Family Insurance Agent Scott Oshman for all your insurance coverage under one roof. Scott Oshman Agency with locations in Minneapolis and Belleville, proudly supporting the Minneapolis High School Lions.
Welcome back. Minneapolis leading, and we'll play it in here to start the fourth quarter. Nolan White with the ball. Derek Freeland. We try an alley-oop. Bauer is right there. It's going to stay with Minneapolis. Oh, he's thrown it to Jonah Osherman or
I think so.
White at the back?
Oshman, I think. Bennington saw it coming, defended it well.
Creel. Backside to Osherman. Shot up and good. Nice head and shoulder ball fake by Jonah. Got the defender a little bit off balance and easy off the glass bank shot. Jonah having a nice evening. Bauer with the rebound off Stanley's shot. Now I believe that's Gioka. Pounds down a three. Creel guarded by Bauer. White, three-pointer, front rim, no good.
How Derek Creel avoided the foul on the rebound, I don't know.
I don't either. Typically that would be called, but this is not typical.
Mm-hmm. So we'll just call that one a loose ball out of bounds.
Allen with the ball. Gets it inside to Bauer.
What a defensive play by Jonah Osherman, reaching around there.
And didn't foul. Minneapolis has gone to a zone here. Three-pointer on its way, no good. And Derek Creel has the rebound for Minneapolis. Nolan White. Watson way off.
There's some substitutions coming in for Minneapolis.
That's it for the starters. Fisher will stay out there. The rest of them will come off.
Vance, Nelson, Rice, and Klaus come in for Minneapolis.
They're shooting. And the clock's running.
Yeah, we're in a running clock.
Brummett back to the charity stripe. Free throw up and good. 1-1. (67-35), 4:35 left in the contest. It's a running clock, as Dale mentioned. Our man Vance pulls down the rebound. I can see why he was pretty effective on the football field.
Yes.
He's a big boy. Real shot up, no good. Vance. Wow. Stanley all the way up in the stands. Greet Ruth Johnson about 6 rows up. And it looks like we're Rice from the outside. Back rim, no good. Vance. stick back, no good. Friel out front to Nelson. Nelson tried to jump stop, but his stop ended up way under the basket. He is hacked.
Those against the Bulldogs, number 5, Jawan Allen, his third.
Nelson back to the free throw line.
Clock is running down to 3:15 remaining in the fourth.
Free throw up and no good.
Entering the game for Minneapolis, number 15, Dylan Fischel.
Friel's done for the night. Fischel back in. Nelson lines up the second throw and no good. Allen on the left wing looks inside. 2:45 left in the contest. Motion offense. Foul is whistled.
Nelson, I believe.
On Nelson as Allen drives the lane. Juwan Allen will shoot two. First throw up and no good.
Clock will be down to 2 minutes by the time he finishes these free throws.
Second throw, no good, and our man Vance has the rebound. Colby Rice picked up that ricochet ball that went through as Vance was not looking for that return pass.
Klaus call for the
block.
1:30 to go.
Shot on its way, three-pointer no good. Allen has the rebound on the backside. Nelson intercepts the outlet pass, gets it off to Kloss. No-look pass to Paschal, shot on its way, it's good. Paschal hammers down a three from the outside on a heck of a no-look pass from Kloss. And Minneapolis got 70 points on the board. Allen dribble drive down the baseline. He is fouled.
45 seconds remaining to this game.
Foul's going to be called on Vance.
Possibly will be over at the end of these free throws.
Brody Vance to his second. Allen back to the charity stripe. Two-shot foul. First one up and no good. Second throw on its way, no good. And the rebound's pulled down out of there by Nelson. Gets it off to Colby Rice. Kloss. Paschal, he's hot.
3 seconds.
That's it.
Dribble it up.
Minneapolis boys victorious. They double up on the boys as girls did on the girls. Final score here, 70-35, Minneapolis victorious. And Scott will have some stats for you here in a minute. And we'll have some thoughts from Dale as Minneapolis boys put it to the Bulldogs here tonight, 70-35. And we'll be back with stats and Dale here in just a minute.
For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
With locations in Minneapolis and Bennington, Central Valley Ag provides 24-hour pump services and built-in discounts by using your CVA fuel card. We also support ag operations by providing both delivery of lubricants, fuel, and propane. Contact Carl Serene at 785-392-3031 for your ag energy needs. Go MHS Lions. The Messenger Clothing Company, with locations in Minneapolis and Salina, can design custom clothing for your team, business, group, or event with screen printing and embroidery. We feature online design and ordering for your convenience. Contact us at 785-823-7752 or by email at sales@messengerclothingcompany.com for all your custom clothing printing needs today. Go Minneapolis Lions.
Tonight's game brought to you by C&R Plating in Minneapolis. Kevin Klein and the rest of the crew at C&R Plating, proud to support the youth of Minneapolis and all they do.
When it's go time, your local Pioneer team is with you from the word go every step of the way. With high-performing Pioneer brand products and local insights, we'll help you choose a lineup of products tailored to your fields and proven just down the road. See Sheldon Doherty at River Hill C about those Pioneer brand products. And go Lions.
Welcome back to Bennington, Kansas, as we follow up with the postgame here with the Minneapolis Lions and the Bennington Bulldogs. Great second half of basketball. A great first ball game for the Minneapolis Lions. They came in with a nice victory tonight, doubling up the Bennington Bulldogs 70-35. Run through the scores for the Bennington Bulldogs. 3 points by Duke Hilbert, 3 points by Briar Joka, 5 points by Javon Allen, 6 by Gunnar Brummett, and 8 by Caden Bauer, and Tyler Stanley is the only one in double figures leading the way for the Bennington Bulldogs with 10. They were 13 of 31 from the free-throw line for the ball game. So 8 for 17 in the first half, 5 for 14 in the second half. So rough night of shooting from the free throw line for Bennington. On the flip side, Minneapolis, Dale, just a nice overall ball game once again. 4 kids in double figures for the Lions again tonight. 4 on Friday night, I believe, maybe 5. I know we had 4 for sure, but 4 in double figures, almost 5. Great performance. John Nelson with 1 point. Dylan Pisha with 3 points. Derek Friel with 3 points. Daniel Watson with 8. Jonah Osherman with 10. Spencer Davidson with 12. Nolan White with 13. And Caden Griffin leading the way once again with 20 points. We are 4 for 9 from the free throw line in the second half. 6 for 13 for the ball game as the Minneapolis Lions come away with the victory tonight on the road here in Bennington against county opponents. I wouldn't say we're rivals, but I'd say there's a lot of blood there.
That, as oftentimes you see in running clock situations, the fourth quarter tonight was not nearly as point producing for either squad. It was on the first three. Minneapolis has scored Bennington 8-4 in the final stanza for the 70-35 win. Rebounding wise, Minneapolis rebounded Bennington 41-32. They held their own a lot better in the second half than they did the first. They got rebounded as 18-15. On the defense boards, they rebounded as 13-10. Big victory for the Lions tonight on turnovers. We had 10. Bennington with 26. We forced a lot of errors out of them, so that was big tonight. Minneapolis play of the game. I'm going to go 3:52 remaining in the third. Spencer Davison with a nice steal on the defensive end, and down to Jonah Osherman for the layup, if I remember right. Nice layup for the deuce. So Davison, Jonah Osherman for play of the game, and that's sponsored by the Scott Osherman Agency. Thanks to the God Oshman Agency for being a sponsor of those Play of the Game and Player of the Game. And the Player of the Game brought to you by the Messenger Clothing Company. I'm going to go a split decision here. Spencer Davison and Caden Griffin. Spencer had 12 points, you said?
12 points, yep.
12 points, and I don't know how many rebounds, but a lot of good rebounds down there. So, and Caden Griffin scores 20 points for the second time in 2 games. Take on the offensive honors side. So, the Messenger Clothing Company Player of the Game split by Spencer Davison and Caden Griffin. We congratulate the Lions tonight on going to 2-0. The boys, the girls, unfortunately fall to 0-2. Both squads will take on El Saline this Thursday night at home for the first home game of the season. Second round of the Tri-County Classic. So the Lions will be on the quest to try to win the championship of the tournament for the first time in a few years by going for win number 2 there. With that, Dale Leach,
Scott Osherman,
and Mike Perry going to sign off. Thanks as always for having us in your home. We appreciate you listening to us and watching here on CityLinkTV.com, Minneapolis channel tape delayed to Eagle Communications channel 20. Good night, folks.
Good night.